Alright, today we're going to work on building a shoe rack within a porch area. So I've purchased quite a bit of MDF, had it cut within the store just into long strips, and then I've just chopped up bits just to make the actual shelving. So I want it to be fitted shelves, and I'm going to use decorator's cork to make it look literally part of the wall, and then paint it eggshell white. So we've got an isolating point here and sockets and an isolator for the outside. So I was going to cut a hole into the bit of MDF, but I didn't really think it was worth the effort. So the first shelf, we're just going to use two bits there, and it's just going to hold shoes really, so it doesn't have to be really that heavy duty. So I'm going to start off like that. I'm going to use no nails glue initially, just to stick it right against the wall, and then fill in any gaps. You see there? I can still get to the isolator, which is just there. Bit of a gap here, but I can just fill that in. It's no biggie. Obviously the walls aren't perfectly level. I'm going to butt up the end as well. So similar motion. Next shelf as follows. There you go. So I'll carry on doing that. I'll glue the pieces to the side as well, and then I can start painting. Or actually, let me paint the shelves first, and then I'll start fitting it. Okay, let me carry on with that, and I'll show you the next stage. But it will literally be just slotting your shoes, and that's it. There you go, as you come in. And then we'll have a shelf at the top just to hold a few bits and pieces like plants and stuff. Okay, I've done a couple of coats of paint now, as you can see. I've not done the edges, so what I'm going to start doing is taking this apart and gluing it all in, so these gaps can be filled in with decorator's cork. So let me start doing that. So I'm going to use no nails glue and stick these bits on, and then just slowly start filling it all up. So I'll show. Go. Okay, I'll show the next phase in a bit. Okay, so I've stuck the first level down. You can see a gap in there, and the way I'm doing this, just getting no nail glue. There we go. Didn't want a completely tight finish, just to give the flexibility of moving things about a little bit more. There you go. It's all lined up, and that can be filled in. Next one is this. And again, it will need to be painted a bit more as well. So. Oh, still stuff coming out. Right. Let's go for that. Same again. Just line it up here. And then push it against here. And there you go, a little bit of a gap. But that's fine. It's going to be decorator's cork in there. What I may do is actually, if I can put a little bit in there. And then cork can be used in the back. Like I say, didn't want a tight finish. Decorator's cork's fine. Obviously it's just going to be used for shoes, so no biggie. It's level as it is, so let me carry on. I'll start filming at the next stage. Okay, here we have now all the sides and the shelves on, stuck on. So I'm just going to leave it to dry, and then we can work on tidying up a little bit. And we just put the shoes straight inside, have a couple of plants on there, so it's not too bad. Just let it dry, like I said, and then you can work on just tidying it up. So decorator's cork around all the edges, like here, and probably inside as well. I'll do bits inside, and then we can just give it another coat of paint around all the edges. Okay, so here's all the shelves in, some decorator's cork around most of the little edges. So just the first stage of tidying done. I'll leave it overnight to dry, and I'll put some more decorator's cork in there. We're getting there. Okay, I've done a little bit of filling on the edge here and sanded it down. Same on this side, and use some decorator's cork around the areas. So I'll just let it dry, and then I'll start putting some paint on the area. Hopefully it will look a bit more tidier. So here we have the finished shelves now. What I ended up doing for the edges was to get a mixture of PVA and water, 50-50 combination, painted it on the edges, and then once it was dry I sanded it down and then applied another coat of paint. Otherwise the finish on the edges isn't very good, to be honest. It's just, the edges just soak up all the paint. There you go, thanks for viewing.